Tiffany might know her way around comedy, but there's still a thing or two she's got to learn when it comes to being involved in petty scandals. It appears that Tiffany Haddish has finally confirmed that Jennifer Hudson and her ex-boyfriend Common are dating, but not in a way you'd expect. Apparently, Hudson is throwing all the shade she can gather at Common, and Jennifer, the comedian, recently recorded a video for TikTok in which she answered fan questions, one of which focused on the rapper turned actor and his alleged infidelity. Here's everything you need to know. Recently, a fan on TikTok questioned Tiffany Haddish about a pair of earrings she had received from Common during their relationship, but they weren't sure if Common actually gave them to her, known for her wit. In response, Haddish promptly stated that she had never received the earrings and speculated that Common might have given them to Jennifer, suggesting that her ex-boyfriend might have finally moved on. Speculation was sparked when Common and Hudson were seen leaving New in Malibu together back in February. The rapper's relationship with Hudson is said to be his first since parting ways with Haddish in 2021. Haddish and Common had a year of public dating before their busy schedules caused them to break up. But could Tiffany really not hold a man down? Or was it actually the bus schedules? Well, we are not saying that those are some risky waters that apparently the comedian and actress Monique is currently swimming in. Not too long ago, on Shannon Sharpe's popular podcast, Club Shay Comedian and Truth Tell, Monique recently discussed an event in which she overheard fellow comic Tiffany Haddish discussing her family. Monique described how in a magazine interview Haddish made fun of her and her husband. The Oscar winner had a stunning comeback when she joked that Haddish might not get into as much trouble if she had a husband like hers. But when you speak about having a husband like mine, you open up the door. And I'm saying to you, if you had one like mine, you may not sit in these positions that you can't explain the next day, right? Or it's a hard way to go. So once again, well, she don't even have a husband, let alone like yours. Well, damn it, now you said it. I sipped on that. That was a sip that required a sip. I love us, I love us. Like when I say I love my people, I love my people. Shannon, I love us, I love everybody, right? But my people, I love us. So when I speak on things, it's not to drop shade, mess, or tea. I'm too damn grown for that. I'm 56 and a grandmother who got time for that. But I say it because will it make us better, right? Will it make us come to the table and say, you know what do we really leave for the babies that's coming behind us that means something to me? When I talked about them, Dan Bonnets, let me tell you something. Yeah, you said, hey, come on, can we when we come out the house, can we not have the bonnets on? Can we not have the pajamas on? Can we not have the house shoes going into the whole damn Halloween costume? That's a Halloween costume that you wear on Halloween. And I am passionate about that because what is the representation that we're giving to the little girls that's walking behind you? What is the representation that we're giving to our black men that's walking beside us? What is the reputation that we're given? And when they would say to me, oh, Monique, you don't know what they going through. We always been going through something. Yes, we was going through something. When we got off the Dan boat, we've been going through something true. But once you lose the pride and the dignity of what you feel like you look like, 'cause sometime I'll be in the bathroom having conversations with the ones that don't love me back. But I still love them because I just know they're misinformed. We've been conditioned in such a way in our community to eat each other up and spit each other out. We've been conditioned, well, I don't like her, I love my people. But why do I love my no? I'm saying a lot of times you for me, is that I don't take someone's word about it, 'cause you can only judge a person through personal experience. Yes, you don't know our audio guy. But to say, oh, I don't like him, and then for you say, well, I don't like him either 'cause Sean didn't like him, you have no personal experience with him. So why would you dislike it? People want us to dislike somebody because they've had a negative experience with that set person. And we buy into it because this one don't like it. And then you say, why don't you like them? This is one thing my husband said to me one time. He said, Mama, there's not a person on the face of this earth that I may dislike what they do but I don't dislike the person, and it took me a minute to understand. 'Cause I'm like I don't like I don't like what? They did I don't like their mama. I don't like none of them. But he said no there are things you've done that I dislike. But I don't dislike you right. And once we can get past that then we even grow to be better right. So what you're seeing right now, Shannon is Mrs. Sidney Hicks, that my husband has set me down and had conversation with me and really taught me how to be a Lady Monique. Also spoke with Sharp about a particular incident involving Tiffany Haddish remarks in GQ magazine. During an extensive interview, Monique voiced her opinion that they were unintentionally making fun of one another. She described an incident from the interview in which Haddish was said to have made comments about how her business dealings were different from Monique's, implying that she was relieved not to have a marriage like Monique's. I remember our beautiful sister Tiffany Haddish. Moon did an interview with GQ magazine, and this, in my humble opinion, is where we keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I am assuming the journalist was a white person, and the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business. And I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers, but she don't know your husband. And when I saw that it's like Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUI. If you had a husband like mine, you may not be caught up in what looks like you could have been grooming a child. And I say all of that with no judgment. That's why I can't be broken. And I say that humbly, I can't be broken, 'cause I got a king at home. I got a king right there, that when all this went crazy, that man took me by my hands and said, don't you know we good? And I believed him. And right now to this day, I believe him. And when you have that type of strength, it's hard to bend over. You can't write. You said that when you were at your lowest, he lifted you to your highest. You better know your homework, baby. I'm proud of you. We got toast on that one. You better know your damn homework. I said that when I was at my lowest, he loved me like I was at my best. And I was mentally ill because you're in this business. Everybody thinks you are the hero. Consideration can be thrown out the window. Patience can be thrown out the window. Because when you get home, you believe that I'm the breadwinner. And what I say is what goes. And this is what it is. And then this is my 3rd marriage, though my first. Because this is the first time I've known my place as a black man's wife. And there's a place. And we get so caught up in that word, what you mean, your play, what you mean, without him saying it. His actions showed me that he was the leader of that household. Without him saying it, I knew I was dealing with a king. And he doesn't have to constantly remind you of it. He's never. When we first got together, I sat at the head of that table. Comfortably, there was never a conversation about it, till one day I knew I was in the wrong place. Wow. And I moved to this side of the table. And he sat at the head. We never had a conversation about it. It just happened. Because it was supposed to. So when people question my husband. And why is he there? You would hope you would have one like that, considering that Haddish doesn't even know her husband. Monique called Haddish's comments out for what it is, ironic. She then offered a sobering observation. If Haddish had a spouse like hers, she might have been able to avoid some very notable issues. Although Monique insisted that she didn't mean to offend anyone, she felt obliged to address the implications of Haddish's remark about having a husband similar to hers. In response, Sharp also emphasized that Haddish is not even married, much less has a husband like Monique does. But Haddish isn't the only one that got grilled by Monique. Taji Henson got it too when I listened to your story. When you say dirt po, yes, bath from outside, yes. It was we had to make it work. However, we can make it work, correct. And then you get that first big check, yes. And you think the people that gave it to you is awesome because they gave it to you. And it's more money than you've ever seen before until you find out this ain't the right money. This ain't the right amount. Wait a minute. If they got this, why am I getting this? Then you start putting the pieces together and you start saying it's not right. And I'm going to speak about it. See, when I saw Taraj, Broken Mo on those platforms, it was painful to watch. However, Taj and I had a conversation over a decade ago. Yes, in my trailer when I was doing the Monique show. And she said, you got to keep on getting it until your turn come. And I said to raging most of us die before our turn comes, we got to ask for it right now. I understand that because there was a time I felt the same way, because that's what I was told, you just keep going, and we'll get.